Alright, what's going on, guys? So before we get in this video, I just want to show you guys the scale that I have been using for the last 2 years since Body Analyzer has sent me this scale. Now before we get into anything, I just want to let you guys know, 60% off for this scale. If you guys want to get a $100 scale for $40, and the link is going to be the first one in the description box. And yeah, right now I'm going to show you guys very briefly how the thing works, and then also I'm going to show you guys how much I weigh at the end of my bulk. Keep in mind I have a t-shirt on, I have some jeans on. However, I did not eat much food last night, and then also today I've been really busy just running around and stuff like that. And we have a lot more stuff to do today. Got to go shopping so I can show you guys the foods I'm going to be eating in my diet. Gotta go clean the truck, gotta clean Bertha. Pollen is out, guys. We don't want pollen all over Bertha, but whatever. I'm rambling, I'm mumbling. Let me show you guys how much I weigh and how the scale works really quickly. Keep in mind, I got a few things on, but I would say the end bulk weight has been recently about 190 to 193 pounds in the morning. So we'll say starting bulk weight 192 pounds, or starting cut weight, sorry, 192 pounds, guys. And my goal is to maybe creep into the 160s. So we are talking some serious shreds this year. I'm not going to bitch out this time and get down to like 9-10%. I want to go all the way. Like, I want to have absolutely zero testosterone production because I'm that lean. And yeah, basically just hate my life. I want to be that lean, and then I'll love my life that much more when I get to be fat again next winter. So really quickly, I just want to say this scale measures your body fat, your bone density, your water percent, so basically like how much water you're holding and things like that. When you get the scale, it'll come with a little packet, and it really briefly explains all that stuff really easily. I only really look at the body fat percentage and the weight. Now the good thing with the body fat percentage is that it might not be perfectly accurate. However, you will be able to track how much body fat you lost from the beginning of a cut to the end of the cut, vice versa, how much body fat you've gained from the beginning to the end of the bulk, which is why I actually do really like this scale a lot, because it gives me a little bit of an idea. Having a scale at your house is 10 times more optimal in my opinion than having to go to the gym every single day to weigh yourself, because one, you might not be in the gym every single day, so you're gonna miss a weigh-in. Two, you're not gonna be able to weigh yourself in the morning naked or with just underwear on. You're gonna be in the middle of the gym. You're gonna have clothes on. You might go to the gym early in the day, you might go to the gym later in the day, so your weigh-ins are gonna be screwed up all the time. It's just a lot easier to wake up and weigh yourself for a morning weigh-in, or for, like, you know, if you don't eat all day and weigh yourself in the middle of the day, it's the same thing, but you know what I mean? It's just a lot easier, so that's definitely what I recommend you guys do. And if you guys do wanna pick this specific scale up, 60% off, first link in the description. But now we're actually gonna get into the video. We're gonna talk about what I'm gonna be doing for my diet over this cut and what I'm gonna be doing for my cardio, give you guys some good tips, so let's do it. All right, so now we're on to the part of the video that I'm most excited to film and talk about today. I really think that this is gonna help a lot of you guys out who are sitting there like, I want to lose weight, but I don't know how. I don't wanna lose my muscle mass. I don't wanna lose all my strength. How should I go about it? What should I eat, okay? So the first thing that we're going to talk about is just the grand scheme of things, just to give you guys an idea of what we're going to be talking about. So when you're cutting, right, put it in the simplest terms, what you want to be doing is slowly increasing cardio as you slowly decrease calories. Stick with me, even if you guys are out there and know how to track your macros and you're pretty good with this kind of stuff, you know what you're talking about a little bit, you know what to do, you've cut before, I think I might be able to give you guys some tips anyway. So this is for the people who really don't know anything about cutting or really anything about macros or anything like that. Really quickly, if you want to cut, right, what you're gonna go do is go to an IIFYM calculator that I'm gonna link in my description. Just go to the calculator, click the link, and you can plug your height, your weight, your energy expenditure, all those things in, and it will give you an amount of calories that you need to stay at the exact same weight. So it'll give you your caloric maintenance, which, like I just said, is the amount of calories that you need, that your body needs to stay at the exact same weight that it is. Now, a good starting point for a cut is dropping your calories from that number that you got, that maintenance number, about 500 calories. Now, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm dropping mine about 550 calories because I'm bougie, but you know, you can do whatever. You can do 300 all the way to like 600 to start out, but I recommend you guys do about 500. That's the first thing you have to do, is to figure out how many calories you need to eat to begin with. Now the calorie number might be slightly off, and you might have to manipulate it. Like, you might have to see, okay, I'm not really losing weight that fast, so I'm gonna drop my calories 100. You know, you're gonna have to see for yourself. But yeah, the IIFYM calculators are usually fairly accurate. I'm gonna get into what I'm gonna be doing for my cut this year. Exactly what I'm gonna be doing, and also something that I really recommend you guys do. Even if you're someone who has, you know, cut a few times or you've been lifting for a little bit, if you're really serious about getting super shredded this summer, guys, then you might wanna try doing what I have done right here, which is basically come up with 2 to 3 full days of eating. The reason why I like to have the full days of eating laid out is because it takes all the guessing out, right? When you're cutting, there's gonna be certain times where your friends are like, yo guys, let's go out, let's go get some food, let's go here. And if you're just tracking your macros, you're gonna be a lot more lenient to say, oh, fuck it, I'll just eat this, it's a little bit over my macros, this, that, and the other thing. But if you have a set diet and you mentally tell yourself, I am not going to go off this specific diet, I'm going to make sure that I have all these foods in stock in my fridge at all times, it makes it 10 times easier. Trust me, and that's been the case for clients of mine, it's been the case for friends of mine, and it's been the case for me. Now, I'm not saying some of you guys out there can't track your macros and get super shredded and be fine with it, but I'm just saying if in the past cutting's been hard for you, you may want to do this, and you might want to try this out anyway if, you know, you're like me and you've never gotten super peeled, but you know, you've gotten really lean before, but this time you want to take it really serious, you might want to try doing the full days of eating. It's really simple to figure out the macros of the foods that you should be consuming for your set calorie amount. Like if you're cutting, you want to be eating body weight protein or slightly more. Use the app MyFitnessPal. It'll show you how many carbs and how many fats that you can actually have that are going to fit with the amount of protein that you have. Okay guys, so my exact amount of calories that I'm gonna be consuming for the first 2 to 4 weeks of my cut is going to be 2,450 calories. My caloric maintenance is about 3,000, between 2,950 and 3,000. So I just played it safe. 2,450 calories is going to be where I start my cut. Now my carbs are gonna be at 275 grams. My protein is at 184 grams. My fat is at 68 grams. Now in MyFitnessPal app, it says that my carbohydrates are at 45% of my total caloric intake. My protein is 30% and my fat is 25%. So when it comes to your carbs and your fat falling in, like I said before, just make sure they're right about in the middle of the spectrum. Most people when they're on a diet, they'll put their fat between 20 and 30 grams. 20 and 30% of their overall diet. With their carbs, they'll do between 35 to 55. So right in between those middle numbers is where you want to be on your carbs and your fats. And like I said, right around body weight or a little bit more in protein. And that is going to help you preserve your muscle mass. If you guys are out there trying to cut and you're not eating enough protein, you're making a huge mistake. The best way to preserve muscle mass on a cut is BCAAs are your best friend, and enough protein is your best friend, and obviously training consistently. But yeah, you need protein on a cut. Like on a bulk, you can get away with eating a little less protein and still growing due to the carbs and just being in a caloric surplus, but not when it comes to cutting. You need the protein. You need it bad. Now the last thing I want to say about the diet is, like I said, I'm going to be for 2 to 4 weeks eating on this diet. Now when I will stop eating these exact 2 full days of eating and create new ones is when scale stops going down, and I don't want to increase my cardio too much too fast, so I'm gonna have to drop the calories before I have to increase the cardio again, because you don't want to be doing 2 hours of cardio by the end of your cut. So you have to slowly drop the calories. When it comes time that I'm not losing, you know, the weight that I want to be on this, I'll switch it, I'll drop it by 150. This is where it leads me into cardio. Now for me, I'm going to be starting out with 20 minutes of post-workout cardio every single day, which I go to the gym 6 days a week, so I'm only gonna have 1 day off of cardio. And I'm gonna be doing 20 minutes on an incline treadmill. I'm gonna be doing steady state cardio for 20 minutes on like a 3.5 speed, and I'm going to continue to do that, right, for a good amount of time until I stop losing weight. Then I'm gonna increase that cardio just a little bit more before I have to drop these calories. So I'll probably go from 20 minutes up to like 25 minutes and a little bit faster speed before I think about dropping my calories, because I'd rather, you know, increase the cardio a little bit more than drop the calories. More cardio is better than less calories, because less calories always sucks. A 20 minutes steady state cardio, incline treadmill, 3.4 to 3.6 speed, somewhere around there, and I'll slowly, you know, increase that number, still be steady state up to about a 4 or so over the next month. And then at that point, when I'm at that 4 and I'm at 25 minutes instead of 20 minutes, then I'll say, all right, time to drop the calories. Let's drop the calories. Keep the cardio the same. Then I'll increase the cardio again, and I will slowly lower the calories. And that's how I go about my cuts, guys. For day 1, I have breakfast. I have 2 scoops of protein, 1.5 cups almond milk, 200 grams of blueberries, 1 packet of Quaker oatmeal. And the thing I want to say about the 2 protein scoops, you have to make sure you can track your specific protein in MyFitnessPal when you're making your full day of eating, because you know you don't want to just do 2. Every protein's different. Some have more carbs, less protein, more fat. So I track mine specifically in to fit my macros and my calorie amount. But yeah, that's gonna be for breakfast. Lunch, we have 8 ounces chicken breast, 200 grams asparagus, 187.5 grams of cooked basmati rice. And then for dinner, we have 8 ounces of lean ground beef, 4 ounces of Barilla protein pasta, which is the shit. That stuff's awesome while you're cutting. And then for snacks, which the snacks can be intertwined all throughout the day. So it could be in between breakfast and lunch. It could be in between lunch and dinner. It could be all after dinner. It can be whenever you guys want. Meal timing really isn't as big of a deal as people make it out to be. You just want to make sure you get your, your calories in before you go to the gym. You don't want to go to the gym with no calories in your system, because then you're going to feel like shit. But that's beside the point. Eat your calories whenever you want throughout the day. Snacks, we have 1 apple, 2 rice cakes, 3 tablespoons of Jiffy peanut butter, and that is it for day 1. For day 2, we have 3 eggs, 180 grams of strawberries, 21 grams of egg whites, 100 grams of bananas. For lunch, we have 7 ounces of salmon, 8 ounces of steamed broccoli, 225 grams of basmati rice. For dinner, 8 ounces chicken breast, 200 grams asparagus, 112 grams of penne pasta. Snacks, 150 grams of blueberries, 125 grams of raspberries, almond milk, 1.5 cups, 1 scoop of protein, 1 Chobani yogurt. One other thing I want to say before we end this clip right here is you want to make sure, guys, when you're cutting, you're eating a fuckload of fiber. And I mean, you should be eating a minimum of 30 grams of fiber a day if you're someone who has a big appetite. What fiber is going to do is it's going to satiate you. Fiber-filled foods are usually fiber-filled foods. Say that really fast 3 times. Fiber-filled foods, fiber-filled foods, fiber-filled foods. Yeah, try that at home. Now, what I'm gonna be doing is eating 35 to 40 grams a day. And the type of foods that are usually fiber-filled foods are, your greens, your asparagus, your broccoli, your green beans, your raspberries are really high. So your fruits and your vegetables are gonna be really high in fiber, and those things are gonna fill your stomach up. Basically, let's just say 400 calories of raspberries is gonna take this much space up in your stomach, and 400 calories of McDonald's burger is gonna take up this much. So it just gives you more bang for your buck, gives you more energy, and it's healthier for you. Keep that acne nice and clear. I hope that really helped a lot of you guys out there. There's gonna be so much informational stuff coming from the vlogs while the cut's going down. But yeah, without further ado, guys, I gotta go eat some food, and then we're gonna go leave. I'm gonna go clean my car. We're gonna go to the store, get some food. So let's get into it.
You're just open so I can reach your heart. I need to get inside where I won't